Hi guys, and welcome to the latest Genocide Dolphins development video. It has been a long time since I did a proper video talking, and I should explain what's happened. First of all, this is my third take because things I keep running out of space because of backups and various things like that. So, to begin with, a few months ago, in December or something, I was talking to a guy who I know here who runs a gaming pub, and he said you should make a demo for that we can play in the pub that people can come and see, and the pub gets frequented by lots of people like from Nvidia and Corsair and that. I live in Taiwan, so a lot of this is it's in the tech district, this bar, and a lot of tech people visit there, and I thought it would be excellent to get these people to see it and to have a, a cool game that maybe some of these rich guys who have more money than sense, or just a good vision of what is good, could play, fund, talk about something, just to get the hype up going a bit more. But so I started working on the demo, and this is why I've left this splash screen on here. This is the splash screen from the combat demo. If you watched my last video, you will have seen the combat demo in full. Actually, it was half an hour. I was very proud of it, but it was just 4 missions with my own AI and guns and grenades and knife and everything you could run around and see. So I worked tirelessly. Now I'm going to unpause Unity here so you can see the main menu. I worked tirelessly on this demo and got it working by the correct date, and it was amazing, as you'll have seen from the last video. But my laptop, when I was going to go down to the bar and show it off to all these people who I had made an event for and everything, my laptop refused to boot up, so the demo never got seen. I did release it, and there is a link on indiedb.com. If you want to try the demo, just search for Genocide Dolphins, and my latest post has a demo. It looks like only about 9 people have played it. So that was really disappointing, and I was really depressed. Not to mention losing a $2,000 laptop, but also the 2 months of hard work I'd put in to making the demo. And it was kind of a rolling demo where you could play 4 levels and it would loop, and you could enter your name on a high scoreboard and all the rest of it. But since then, I've moved on from that demo because there was no point in improving it and doing it again. So this video is 1.4.9, I think, which means it's my 149th development video of GD in the last decade. So I'm just going to show off what's happened since that demo, and I've been trying to link the main game back to the demo, meaning you can find the missions and actually do them rather than just being, them sitting there in an executable ready to play. So you'll notice here I have the menu screen, which allows you now to choose which city that you want to start in. So this is assuming you're playing the game from scratch. You can choose between ST8, TP11 or SS. I'm going to go into the first city that you probably know well, ST8. And here we are in a new apartment, which didn't exist, I don't think, until recently. Every city has its own apartment now, so whichever one you choose to start in, you'll have a home. And you might notice that things look a little bit different. I went through the process of converting the game into HDRP, which is fantastic. As you can see, the light reacts so much better and looks really, really good. HDR being the high definition render pipeline for Unity, designed for high-end PC games and console games. I was a bit afraid to go to this, but then I realised that's all I'm targeting anyway, so let's do it. And it did take a few weeks to convert, and it's still not fully converted, but as you can see, the materials and the lighting and that and the overall appearance of the game hopefully is a lot better. Right now the AI is all off, no shopkeepers, no one, just me on my own, because during this process I turned everything off to get the conversion right, and I'm still fixing things up, and I'm going for a Kickstarter campaign soon, so if you're watching this and you want to help out, it would be excellent if you could back my Kickstarter campaign when it comes out, and you will see that in the next video. 1.5.0 will probably be will probably be a trailer for Kickstarter with a link. It's hard to know what to say here because there's so much I need to sum up, but like I say, HDRP, you can see the light is a lot better, and I have been improving the cities a lot. Well, that smoke is messed up, right? That doesn't look so good. The particle systems have all changed, everything's changed. But the HDRP looks so good, this will allow me to get my Kickstarter video out, and I'll turn the AI back on. I don't know if I've showed it before, but guys will sit and eat this and people will serve them, and it's just looking very nice in HDRP. Although I still have days where I'm like, oh god, it looks amazing, and then the next day I wake up and I'm like, oh god, it looks really shit, and what have I wasted my life doing? So it's a very difficult juggling act getting through them. But actually right now I'm in one of those moods where I feel like it looks good and better than it used to. So each city has been improved, a lot has been added. I'm just running around here so you can generally see stuff that you might not have seen. That's interesting. You see those black things in the sky there? I don't know if you can see them. They've been there since 2012. That was actually birdseed that a bird walking around would eat. Well, that's a sort of interesting legacy that I sometimes come across from the old days. But you can see I've got these new restaurants and things like that. I don't know if this has been shown before, but a lot has changed and a lot has improved. And the frame rate, as you can see, hopefully it's not slow, but obviously recording makes it a lot slower. And I tried to make a build there, but it crashed due to disk space problems. But yeah, that's a big step forward. For example, I couldn't make a build for many years. Now I can make a build. Unity have actually listened and fixed a lot of the things I complained about, and touch wood, this version of Unity, which is 2021.1.2 F1, they've fixed all the problems I reported, and it hasn't crashed once in weeks. I also have 128 gigabytes of RAM now, which I'm not sure I had in the last videos. I've done 2 contracts, Android and iOS apps, so I've been away for 4 or 5 months. Look through the window there, you can see it's kind of blurred and nice through the glass. That's one of the new shader things from HDRP. But I have been working diligently on it. I have during these contracts, but just not as diligently as I would have been if I wasn't doing a real job, because I was working 8 hours a day on a Flutter app for Android and iOS, and then I was working 8 hours a day for the next, that was for a few months, and then I was working 8 hours a day for the next 3 months on the Java and Kotlin app chat program called Vox Messenger. This building is new, by the way. So I haven't had time to make a video, and I haven't even had time to do my mad 16-hour days as such. But I'm getting back to it now because both of those contracts are finished. Well, one of them is finishing end of this week, and I decided to make a video. Now a lot has changed. I'm going to go in here. I don't even know if this is going to work. yeah, it's not, because this was done so long ago that I haven't been in it for a while. As you can see, the materials are all purple. HDRP unfortunately renders every single material, useless. So when you do the upgrade to HDRP, you have to actually upgrade every material in the whole game, which can actually take weeks. Took weeks in my case. But once the conversion is done, you can see it's a lot better. This smoke is weird. That was one I converted, and as you can see, the opacity and things like that are not working. This table here, people, when the AI is on, people sit here and people serve to them. Actually, you see a woman serving bowls of rice, and you see them actually eating it and picking up the drinks and stuff. They actually leave the table and they're in the hand, the drinks and the food. So that's pretty cool. Everything looks a lot better. You can see my new radar in the bottom left. Like, I'll go somewhere where they're actually... Oh no, there's no businesses that are on the radar in this city because I've been working on the other city. But yeah, like you see, it looks really good. I think the graphics are infinitely better than the built-in render pipeline. And I didn't go for the lightweight render pipeline because I thought, well, if I'm going to do it, let's do it properly. And it is really good. I'm not sure what I've said and what I haven't said because this is the third take, but it's certainly it's designed for high-end PC and console, and it certainly looks great, and I love it. Now, like I said, I took a long time of re-importing, converting all the materials. A lot of things you see that are broken because of that, right? There's no particle systems working and things like that. A lot of that's broken. You have to start all over again and try and learn shader graph to do these things, which actually shader graph's really good. I only started learning it yesterday and it feels annoying and that, but once you do it, you can actually drag and drop shader stuff. You can develop shaders using drag and drop, which is absolutely amazing when you think about it. Water has had to change, obviously, like I say, because the old one was a shader that is not compatible. None of them are compatible, none of the materials. So yeah, the whole game was purple when I did the conversion. But when you do, it's good. Now, a lot of the city's been upgraded and that, but a few things that I should probably mention right now is that I introduced the idea not just of being able to choose where you start, but to actually swap characters, right? So you can see the main character you know and love here. But if I hold shift and press 2, then what we get is a different character in a different city. Now, as you can see, he's very similar. He has a different octopus, he has a different suit, but basically the same prefab. And he's called Nautiloid. If I go back to him again, you'll see that current player is Nautiloid. If I go back to my original player, current player is Argonaut. And if I go to the third player in the third city with yet another design, current player is Dufflini. So we actually have 3 characters now. And now I'm going to turn right and it's going to jerk. Watch this. Not quite sure why, but the first time you rotate, things jerk. I don't know if it's loading the light or it should be alright in a build, I hope, but like I say, the build failed due to lack of space. But this is Dufflini. So I've come to the conclusion that actually the robot itself is just a shell. It's actually the creature on the back that is the real character. So I can flip from Dufflini to Nautiloid to Argonaut, and actually I can play and then move to anyone else and play. That'd be cool if they can meet up and do things and maybe work together on certain things or have a drink, or 3 of them together can maybe lift something heavy. But like I say, you can see, like, well, forget that waterfall over there, right? Looks pretty shit. That's me trying to convert the shaders. But you can see everything just looks, I don't know why that's scope. You see everything just looks like way better, the lighting and the reflection. This is all real time, by the way. Baking, you know, you might as well slit your own wrists trying to bake light that looks as good as this, even though it's meant to look better. So this purple obviously is the result of a shader which I bought, which was like the shoreline, which doesn't quite work and things like that. But on the whole, things are looking good. These plants, I mean, the LOD stuff's starting to annoy me, the way things pop in and that. So I might actually delete all these plants, start again, and get them right this time. But a lot has changed, and a lot looks better. Some of it looks worse. One of the things that happens when you do the conversion from HDRP, from built-in render pipeline to HDRP, is that all the lights become 12 or 13 times too bright. So you end up, why is that flashing? It's almost like I'm carrying a candle. You end up having to reduce the brightness of everything you've done a lot. But then you get advantages like that. You see that window there? That's screen space reflection. I didn't pay for that or anything. That is actually Unity doing that. I'm not quite sure why my character's flashing like that, but it must be something to do with the octopus on his back. But yeah, so what I'm trying to do is link back the combat demo, which you'll have seen in the last video. Again, I'm trying to work out what I've already said about this, but that was 4 levels, 4 combat, that was 4 missions that I want this demo to link into, and more. So it's coming together basically. Instead of it being a standalone combat demo, you can actually find these missions in the full game and then do them. And I've probably worked on a lot of this more than you would expect, or more than you'll have seen. But there's some weird light coming out of me. I don't know, I can't get that, but basically the cities are great. And now I'm going to go to well, let me just show this. I think this is all new. I'm going to go to another city in a second. Well, I'm going to show you the tardigrades. Well, no, I'm not, because that might wreck something. But if I go back to ST8, back to Argonaut, you can see things have come on a lot. Go down here. Now if I'll go in here first. This I don't know if I showed this, but yeah. You can see I kind of had a banging club going, right? If the AI was on and the textures weren't messed up, I had a banging club going. So I haven't actually been in here to test since I swapped to HDRP, but once I get HDRP, once I get these converted for HDRP and get the AI back on and unmute the music, you'll see that going into interiors now triggers like cool clubs and stuff. So if I go back to Fleeny here, this is Substate City, and you probably have to earn the ability to swap characters. I'm not going to give it away straight away. People won't even know it's happening. But actually I have these hologram adverts too, which I've coded to not come on very often, so knowing my luck they just won't turn on during this demo, and I have no way to force them on. But you can, I was going to say, you can see one example up there. There's normally a woman dancing up there, but she's not actually there. But as you can see, everything looks really glowy and nice. So if you look at the new radar, that's what I wanted to show. You can see that all the bars are shown as a little cocktail icon. You've got the ring icon for Emperor jewelry. You got the lips for this red light district. You got the little choir boys singing for the KTV, which is karaoke style in Asia. Foot massage, you can see someone massaging. This is all happening on the radar at the bottom left, yeah. Sooner or later, one of these holograms should turn on. I've got like this back kitchen now, which used to look really bare, is completely rammed full of products, and all of these products have been completely customized with funny and custom imagery. Some of these were actually done by my friend Jamie Ball, who has contributed a lot of graphics. So what I wanted to demonstrate was, when I was saying I want to link up the combat demo to this. So here you can see the holograms, look. So there's a diamond, there's a guy dancing, he's part of the clothes shop advert, there's a woman there dancing with bunny ears, she's like part of the red light district advertising. These guys are like just drinkers who stand there. There's a squid there for straight from the hot grill. Well, she's experimental, she looks awful. So when you go around the corner, this place is called Mr. Bartender. When the hologram comes on there, then a big rabbit appears because their logo is a rabbit, and this is tea bar, so a big teapot arrives, and there's a Buddha who floats up here. But yeah, to get closer to linking the demo back to the real game, I have these missions, so I'm going to go and find one right now. And they're hidden around the level to encourage people to explore, because the levels are really detailed and ridiculous now, and I want, you know, some reason for people to explore them. So there's a secret, so I'll just find this one. This is the one I remember the most, and probably my first test one. You go down here and you can see it says it's a Rustic Fools mission. When you click Bozo the Clown and Ringmaster Ned, open it. Now, if you remember, well, you probably won't, but the last video I did featured Bozo the Clown and Ringmaster Ned as a mission in the red light district, which I call Shinbone Alley, which I was just standing there with a bunny girl. If I click yes, it opens up, and there's the sound and that, but you missed that, so I've got it off. And then you can see on the radar there's a line that takes me, I follow the line, it takes me to the mission. And once I go in here, this would be, when I go in here, that monitor there would allow me to trigger the mission or carry on going as normal. Now you might have noticed that this looks like really ugly. This is because in HDRP, and the smoke is terrible, I'm working my way through replacing that. In HDRP you need a fog and light volume, which I appear not to have on this. But once I put that in, the graphics will go back to the way they looked in the previous demo. Only better looking once I reduce the light. Oh yeah, that's a problem. I remember taking them out because I didn't want people to leave the level in the demo, which means you can't leave here. So I'm going to pause this and come back in a second so I can show you some more stuff. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, yeah, so the reason that looked weird is because of the new HDRP, and there was no skybox and things like that, so it doesn't illuminate properly when you use the default skybox. Now, just because we started again, I'm going to demonstrate picking a different city. Therefore, my default character will be this guy, Dufflini. And like I was saying before, everyone has their own house now, right? So this is his house. That heart should be animated. And there's lots of funny things around. There's that's a floppy disk of a game I wrote when I was 15 years old. My friend just found it in his cupboard and then threw it away, but unfortunately. But he did have did take a photo. It is unfortunate because it's the only copy in the world, but never mind. And you know, I've got these old tapes here. These represent things I used to record myself. But what I was showing was a mission. I'm trying to think of one that looks just the same. Well, if I go over here and I turn, right now you press Control, right, and that allows you to go up and down through the power. So you can see at the top there. And Reaper is the most powerful agility in that. So I can actually get up to the top of that building if I play my cards right. And even if I can't, I can climb up like that. So this is also one of the levels featured in my demo. And this one I have placed the fog and light. Reflections are a bit weird, but you can see this, apart from the smoke there, this more or less looks a bit like... whoa, it's dark actually. Yeah, I thought I'd fixed that, but put my torch on for now. It's more or less one of the levels from the demo. I need to get rid of that smoke. But so the idea is you can go to the demo, you can go to the levels that were in the demo and do the same combat. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about when I say demo, like look at the last video. So when you come in here, you'll be able to choose: am I going in normally, or am I doing the demo, the mission that I've opened? Oh, and I won't be able to get out of here either. Yeah. Bad examples. So I'm gonna have to pause it again. But God, this is a bit ugly compared to what it should be. Like I say, converted particle systems. The conversion to HDRP is not pretty at all. I'll be back in a second. Yeah, so even though I've been working hard and the HDRP demo took a long time to convert, the HDRP system took a long time to upgrade to, I've still made quite a lot of progress, which may or may not be that visible here, but like I say, I'm trying to link back the demo back to this, meaning when all the levels you saw in the demo can actually be played in the main game. And the demo, like, there's no point in it really anymore, because this will contain everything that had and more, including the 3 characters, the new graphics, and the combat itself. And the teleporters, you can still go in and appear. Yeah, there's that rotation jerk. I don't know if that happens in a build or not. You can see I've got these things flying in the sky now too. But yeah, you can get around, and you will be able to meet yourself. So yeah, there's the new players, there's a new HDRP, the clubs and the bars. Entering them, they were much cooler. I need to fix them. But yeah, essentially, what I'm trying to do now is link up 10 Rustic Fool missions. That's the clown ones that you will have seen on the previous demo. Link them up into the game so that when you actually find them, you can do them. I'll just show you another couple of instances of that. So, designed to help you explore the game, they are hidden around, right? Like, for example, if I go up here, jump, this is a new rooftop building, but there's a mission here, for example. I click that, steeplechase face, yes. See the line on the arrow, the line on the radar. It shows you it's actually here, Maruya. Meaning you have to go in there to start the demo. And I think I can get out of this one because this wasn't in my demo. course, you can see the lighting's all messed up because I don't have the volume and fog thing in there, but I can leave. Oh, I did earlier. I don't know why that's happened. Jesus. Anyway, it might seem like things are broken at the moment, but you've got to remember that the conversion took a long time, and I've just spent 5 or 6 months working. COVID has completely destroyed my industry, so even though I'm a freelance app developer, you wouldn't believe it, but it has. I'm not sure if it's because everyone's gone freelance or whether people are trying to preserve their money, but I've only had 2 contracts in the last year and a half, so progress was a bit slow during them, but it's coming on now, and I can almost see light at the end of the tunnel, really. So there'll be 5 major gangs. At the moment, I'm just dealing with the clowns, the rustic fools, and there's going to be 10 levels, 10 missions you can find per city. So the ones I just showed you there are in one city. There'll be 10 of them. There is 10 of them hidden, but only 4 of them implemented. The ones from the last demo. But there'll be 10 of them in each city. And then the other gangs, which currently are... So there's the clowns, there's the bulldogs, there's the Karamikos, which are people who are made from stone. If you're a very long-term viewer, you might remember I prototyped out the Karamikos missions many years ago, and they were actually alright, and they were quite good. Oh, well, one of them, or 2 of them maybe, I've managed to make. And then the Bomb Civilian gang, which is kind of metal and old tech. And the other one is, so there's Bomb Civilian, Ramikos, Bulldogs, and Clowns, yes. So 4 main gangs, maybe more later, and each with 30 missions, 10 per level. These are all new areas here too, the kitchens and stuff. Which means there'll be well over a few hundred missions to do in the game. But there's also automated missions that get generated by randomly. So there'll be many of them that will happen forever really, and there will be some sort of linear missions where you can meet people. Again, if you've been watching in the past, you might have saw one where I went and had a drink with a guy called Armitage, and there's another guy called Cooksey. Well, he might have been called Oliver back then. But there'll be some linear missions, but the game is going to be designed to be kind of so you can just play forever in a way. Even if you finish the linear missions and you finish all the gang missions, you'll still be able to carry on playing because there'll be generated missions and there'll still be secrets to find. And you can buy and sell everything. I'm not sure how much of this I've ever demoed, but if you look at the menu screen, which these menu screens took months, right, and they're not really finished, but we'll go through them very briefly just in case I've never shown them. Wetware breaks down into cortexware and loafware. Cortexware being things for your head, I guess, eyes, and loafware is brain stuff. I don't know why it says teeth though. Jellyware is body stuff, agility, gunplay, body hacks, experience, customization. Cannonware is all the guns, so you can go in there and you can see them, you can read about them, and you might not have them yet, but you can have a look at them. Grenades, ranged. You can buy and sell all of these, but I'm not sure quite how you get the guns yet. But maybe either you find them or you buy them or something. And there's a glossary, right, which is everything in the game that people mention. You can read about people, places, companies, festivals, consumables, missions will appear here from gangs and companies, messages that you got from people, achievements. There's a lot of achievements you can get here, and these will be just like things that you do that you actually unlock, and you get a little bit of reward for them. Trading, well, this is what I was talking about. You can buy anything There's no prices here yet or images, but you'll be able to buy all of these items and keep them. And then the price will go up or down, so you can sell them later. You can buy digital goods, that is bulletin board access, music. There's different albums in the game by different people. You can buy and sell. You can buy every single business in all cities and sell them, and they will actually turn a profit or not a profit. And you can decide whether to sell them or not. And there'll be a couple of things you can do to perhaps make the business do better. Very simple stuff like theme park or something, but there'll be some decision you can make. So it's a very slight business kind of sim. Maps, there's 3 types of maps: bird's eye, cross-sectional, and isometric. Not going to show them now, but I've been working on them. Gallery, you can take pictures and view, load and save. Preferences, now you can, well, you can't do anything with the controls or whatever, but audio, video, you can, these are the quality settings. You can go low or high. It'll all change in real time. You can pick any resolution that your graphics card has available. So that's quite nice. Wow, already 36 minutes. So yeah, as usual, I'm thinking like, what else is there to show us? It's been months of work, I guess. But I think the graphics speak for themselves, and the holograms when they appear, I've made them rare because I didn't really want them on all the time because they change the appearance of the game. But for example, at this place, which is called Everyone's a Samurai Bastard, when the hologram is on, there's a hologrammatic samurai guy there swiping and using his sword and things like that. So things are coming along. I want to implement probably another few missions for the clowns, the rustic fools, in this city. I'm just focusing on this city for now. And then I want to get on to some of the bulldog missions. And then you can see some food here. There's this is going to be for one of the missions. A lot of clowns turn up here and you have to kill them all. And then once I've got them going, well, who knows what I'll do after that, right? It's a case of getting it all together. But what I want to do is put the AI on, so all the people are walking about again, and they were working great. And I'm thinking they will actually be able to have like random masks and things like that on their face if they're not a gang. And once I get this all working again and looking great, which is, well, it's happening now, right? I'm off for a month any day now, so I'll be working hard. Oh, this area is new too. This is a totally Japanese Golden Guy, Tokyo, Osaka kind of Kyoto district. You can't go in any of these yet, but they look really awesome. Once I get all of that working, I'm going to go on Kickstarter. So hopefully you can help me spread the word or put a few quid in there. And then if I've been writing camera tools too, which you'll see in the Kickstarter video, tools that allow me to picture things from different angles and stuff. That, along with the AI, along with the holograms, along with the HDRP, new graphics, and pans of the new cities and stuff, I hope to have a 3-minute video which looks amazing, and using some of the music I got from the Future Sound London, which I'm allowed to use for trailers. I'm hoping that I can go for, I don't know, £30,000. That will allow me to focus on the game without working freelance and losing 4 or 5 months at a time because of that. Then I want to be able to work full-time for 2 years on this, because remember, I live in a relatively cheap country, so actually £1,000 will last me a month. Oh, this smoke, for example, is done by myself in ShaderGraph, the new way to write shaders without needing to learn a high-level shader language, which I always shied away from. And this is a cool little place. My first company was called Gasting Enterprises, and this is meant to be it. I presume I mentioned Gink Warriors earlier. That was my first game. You saw one of the holograms there. That's actually saxophone. That's just a dummy one right now. I want to. I wish I had a way to force them on, but yeah, you can see the way the fog and the lights are like affecting each other in a much better way than ever before. Oh, there's the woman dancing. Look, let me get up higher so you can see her. So she is an advert for. There's another mission around here somewhere. She's an advert for Lords, which is a nightclub. Okay. Yeah, there's one. Look, there's a rustic fool mission there that you have to get to by climbing on here and stuff. But she's cool. So that's an HDRP hologram shader. Actually, I bought that and then I realized, it's just made it on the shader graph. So I should learn that, and I nearly gave up. It's cool as hell, but it's complicated to get anything good going. But I think if you spend a few hours and you get into it, then the shader graph is amazing, and you can I could probably sell just that fog I made down there, right? Because I was looking for that. I would have bought that myself if I hadn't made it. So with the holograms and the HDRP and some action from the missions, which I will get linked up, just like the combat demo from 1.4.8, then I think I will have enough footage to really nail a killer Kickstarter video, and then write the campaign. Everything I've just said, you can buy and you can sell, and you can go in all these buildings, and there's all these missions and that. I think it might be possible to get funding this time. I don't know if anyone would remember, but I actually went for funding in 2013 using this game. But I look back at it now, it was embarrassingly bad. So no wonder I didn't get the funding. I also tried with Bishop Sticks, which you may remember, which is a sub game of GD. I had this grand plans for many sub games for this game that you could play, but I think I lost touch with actually how difficult it is just to make a game in the first place, let alone include another 8 or 9 sub games. So I'm not sure if they will ever see the light of day, but they taught me a lot, and they're great for my portfolio. Put them on my VR portfolio, put them on my game portfolio. See the lightning there? Sometimes it stays on for ages. I've randomized it, and this is one of the times actually where it seems to be like going on. It should go off in a second. You can see the lightning bolt. Yeah, it's unrealistic, but you never know. Alien worlds and all that. I'll wait for it to go off. Come on, mate. Oh, there you go. There's a restaurant over here called the Amico. What? I've never heard of that. Why does it say that? Tanakuchi. I've named things and I've forgotten. That is weird. Something strange there. This should be the Amico. Matador Substate. So it seems like maybe they're just too tall, some of the colliders. And you can see he's cooking stuff here. A lot of detail and effort in filling up the pans with catfish and things like that. So yeah, a lot of effort. So yeah, hopefully get the 30 grand from Kickstarter. Although I'm not, holding out too much hope. I never see Kickstarter actually working, but if it happens, get all the missions implemented, get back on the AI. Well, that's what I was going to say. I gave up on Unity navigation and nav meshes, and I buckled and bit the bullet and bought the AR pathfinding project by Aaron Granberg, which should, hopefully, I haven't actually even looked at it, I just read the reviews, should be a drop-in kind of replacement that improves Unity nav mesh stuff. And the main problem with the AI was if you've got a lot of people on and they're all asking for paths, then it just stops giving paths to people, and they just stand still and they don't know what they're doing, and they keep asking for another path, and then you get confused because you're like, is my AI, state machine logic like completely shit? Because it seemed perfect when I only had 10 men on, but when you put more on, it just gets all weird. So I'm hoping that by using this drop-in replacement, I can give both options, right? If I ever do sell the AI and people don't own A star pathfinding, then they can still use the old AI. But if they want to put a lot of people in and they really want it to work well, then there's something. Look, there's a guy like eating. We're gonna have him rotating. So like I say, the hologram adverts come on now and again, and I like that because they're not too annoying. The only reason I'm a bit annoyed now is because obviously during the demo I just want to be able to turn them on. But yeah, so hopefully it'll be a drop-in replacement. AI will work great, and the Kickstarter demo will go brilliant. And maybe I can include a demo like this or the AI demo that so people can play. So at least there's some proof that I actually have got something real that is playable. And then if that all goes to plan, then I work for two. There's some guys, look. Oh wait, he's cool. I'll have a look at him. So I've got these temples with these guys in who like dance, as you can see. I wanted like, kung fu style Tai Chi training like the beginning of, some kung fu film, but there literally is no animations for that. And they're synced, so I'm going to have to unsync them or change the animations. But if it all works, I'll put all the demo mission, I'll put all the missions in, everything will be great, and it'll look excellent. And this could be done. There he is. This is cool, isn't it? This could be done in 2 years full time. It'll be a fully fledged open world game with buying, selling, ecosystem, hundreds of AI that can come on and off, missions that are linear, missions that are non-linear, you can keep as many open as you want, self-generated missions, the ability to buy, sell, own everything, get loads of money, thousands of secrets that force you to explore, and pretty good graphics, using HDRP, way better than I ever dreamt of. Obviously, not AAA, but good enough for a one-man band, and quite cyberpunky. So that's the plan. I don't know how I managed to ramble for 50 minutes about this, but I wanted to do a demo. I wanted to do a video before the next stage, because the next stage is hooking up all them things and tweaking it and putting the AI back on. I feel like I haven't done a real video for ages. Ironically, the reason I didn't speak over my last videos is because there was something wrong with my mic and it made me sound like a chipmunk. And I did all my interviews for jobs, and all of my communication, there's the rabbit, look, using this mic, and before I realised, so basically for about a year, I don't know if it was COVID or because everyone thought I was a chipmunk, that I didn't get any work. And I tried to record one of these and I listened to it and I was like, hello, welcome to the GD demo. And I was like, what the hell? No wonder I didn't get a job. And then I found out the mic was on, some weird kilohertz setting. I guess I thought, I'll be cool and put it up higher so that my voice is really high quality when I record the demo or something. I don't know. This lightning is staying on for a long time again. It's in one of these moods. I probably need to fix that, but alien planet, why would it not? Anyway, so that's it. That's the April 2021 demo, and I've just been down the park. I worked 8 hours on an app. Like I say, I'm not quite finished yet, but I'm close. And then I worked 10 hours on this, and then I went down the park to think about my next steps, and that's when I started thinking, I should record all this because it's in my head right now. I'm thinking about it, and I kind of know what to say, although I've probably missed a lot and repeated a lot and probably, not been that coherent. It's 7:25 in the morning right now, and I haven't even cracked into my wine yet, because I'm a madman and I work really hard. I feel like I deserve something. Come on, lightning, go away, will you? Jesus Christ. Let me see what happens if I swap cities. I've never tried that. It'll be on still. Oh, it's not. Hey. Get out of the lightning storm and get back to the warmth of Screaming Tortoise 8. So, I guess, on the whole, I'm really happy, really. Because it took me freaking ages to get the light to the point where I personally thought it was good enough. My main problem now is anti-aliasing issues, I guess. If you look at those wires there, I hate those jaggies, right? But every time you try and use anti-aliasing, it just feels like it blurs the whole image and you lose half of the joy. Well, you know, welcome to the world of game development. It's a performance trade-off, performance and beauty trade-off. But actually, really happy. Things are going great. Next demo you see will probably be a combination of cool footage that I've put together for the Kickstarter. Maybe not edited it properly yet, or it might just be the Kickstarter. This is based on the temple I went to tonight, or the pagoda in the park, where I sit here, about here I guess, and I drink beer and I smoke fags, and I sit there and I just think, what am I going to do next? And you know, think about what I'm going to say in the video, and then go to the breakfast shop, get a few burgers, probably forget what I was going to say, and then end up coming back here and talking shite. But if you're still here, it's good. Thanks for watching. And my dev videos really don't do well like everybody else's. I see other people putting them out and they get 20,000 hits in less than one day. I don't know how they do it, and then they end up with 105,000 subscribers, and I'm just struggling along, trying to get a few hits and comments. But I'm not feeling sorry for myself. Well, I might be, but I'm not trying to. Thanks for watching, guys. Like I say, Kickstarter coming soon. It would be really appreciated if you could, even stick a dollar in, or share it with your friends or something like that, to just so I can try and live my dream here. I'm sick of working. I am totally sick of working. That's the guy I work for, ironically. I'm totally sick of my career. I've been writing apps for 25 years and websites, and it's just bored of it, man. I want to live the dream. I want to get this game out there. Look at that, that's great. I want to make a couple of £100,000 and retire and make a sequel. Maybe buy a little flat and just relax and make a sequel and just give it all up. I mean, everyone wants that, right? But I don't know. Just be nice to get funded and just be able to work on this and then a sequel. And the sequel will come quite easy, I think, based on the fact that I've done all the hard work already. Alright, that's enough garbage from me. I hope this recorded. I'm glad that you're watching, and see you in the Kickstarter, which will probably fail, but I'm trying to be positive. And I don't know how well to market it, but I'm going to make it one of those 90-day campaigns and just market the hell out of it. So you never know. Every little helps. Oh, the old classic. I'm going to jump off and kill myself. That's how I'm going to end the video. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to jump in the water in Epoch, if it doesn't take too long to get there. So yeah, there'll be an app where you can actually buy an app in the game, that is, to make it so that you're immune to being in water. But without it, then this will happen. Boom. Thanks for watching.